Hello, Greg from Balloon Market here, and welcome to a landmark, BMTV. Yes, he is back after quite a while away due to some virus. Not that he had, but that, the world has. It's Mark Drury from Qualatex. Mark!
Greg!
Hello!
I'm back!
I feel I want to hug you, but I'm not going to.
I'm home.
Okay. You're welcome back. Well, welcome back. Welcome to the new studio.
I know, isn't it amazing?
With height.
Yeah.
So, but we're not going to do anything with height today.
Okay.
Well, okay. Well, you're the one doing it.
I only follow orders.
Okay. Anyway, what could I say? What have you been up to for the last 18 months? But I know you've been very, very busy.
Yes.
And you have basically been managing a lot more than you would normally from your bedroom, your spare room, your office, in your loft, haven't you?
My son's room or the loft or wherever I can sit in the house. Yeah.
So, and is it nice to be back out?
It's fantastic to be out with real people and back where we should be.
Yeah, it's nice to see you doing the training yesterday as well, which was lovely to have
you
around the corner.
What a good group they were.
I know they were
fantastic.
Very good, weren't they?
Yeah.
Very, very good. Anyway, what we're going to talk about today is, well, we did a video. Actually, it was some bloke that looks a bit like me, but was considerably thinner. And there was a bloke that looks a bit like you.
But with a short hair.
Much shorter hair. So, but for 5 years ago, we did that. And that's when super stuffers seemed to just go a bit crazy, didn't they? I'm not saying it's because of the video, but it might have been, who knows?
And they are so on trend today.
Yeah.
And we're coming up to that season, Greg.
Yes, the season, elf season. It's not even Christmas anymore, it's elf season, isn't it?
That's correct.
So you are going to show us, first of all, an intro to the machine again.
Yes.
Even though we did it 5 years ago, let's have a look at it again. And you're going to show us a few designs, aren't you?
Yes. Well, this is something that I'm really passionate about. It's a fantastic machine.
Yep.
And even on the fundamentals course yesterday and the one previously, I was meeting people that related to your statement that we did 5 years ago, that this is a business in a box.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they genuinely now have successful businesses based solely around offering gifts and ideas and stuffing balloons and elves and personalisation, all around an 18-inch Qualatex latex balloon with bits inside.
Yeah.
And this machine makes it possible.
Things have developed though since then, haven't they? The products that are on the market,
Exactly.
some of the things we're going to hopefully be able to show, the things have just moved on.
So, and I think the value comes in doing, everybody's got their own little style with this, and they're offering some things that we weren't showing. People have been creative and really made their business, added value into everything that they're doing, and it's brilliant to see.
Yeah.
I just want to inspire a few more people with this.
Well, let's do it, Mark. Let's get back into it.
Okay.
It just feels like old times.
So what we've got is an electric machine that creates a vacuum and sucks the balloon out to the side. But it's not just that. It holds the balloon in shape with this area that you can put things inside. So should we just show it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
I was amazed the first time I saw this. I just thought I understand the physics and the vacuum and everything, but it just blew my mind that you can just put
it feels wrong, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, but it's very clever. Okay, let's do it.
So 18-inch diamond clear stuffing balloons from Qualatex, which I believe you've got plenty in stock of these.
We have a pallet full of those, a full pallet of that one type of balloon, yeah.
So what's important here is that we actually turn the balloon inside out to start with. And that's because we're going to use this. This is, as described, the best stretching tool for the balloon. So we just turn it inside out, place it onto the neck. So it's on there all the way down. And as you squeeze the two sides together, you can see this wonderful mechanism that actually stretches the balloon evenly until it's all the way out.
That's so clever.
Okay, and then we drop this onto the top, making sure it's flat all the way around.
Yep.
We can tuck our latex into the center, and as you release the grip, the bead of the balloon sits under these tabs.
Yeah.
Okay, and once it's securely around all the tabs, you should be able to push down evenly with one movement, and then it sits on there all the way around.
Is that not quite on?
It doesn't seal around the top of the balloon. Okay, so as long as the bead of the balloon is under each tab,
okay,
I wouldn't worry.
All right, I'm not worried then.
So squeeze and release that off, and that's our stretching
I
timber.
never knew that. I never knew you had to. It didn't matter if that was a little bit off.
Well, there we go.
There we go. Every
So-
day's a school day.
We've got a few bits extra to the machine here.
Mm-hmm.
We've got this collar, which is new and made of less plasticky material, which is nice.
Yeah.
And we have the button on the back, which actually creates the vacuum and sucks the air out. So we'll do that now. And you'll hear the note change. And it's that note change that tells you that all the air's been sucked out and the engine, the machine's working harder to take the air out.
yeah.
And that's what gives you the note change.
That's great. Look, you can just.
Yeah, so it's all sealed now. But what we want to do is we want to protect the neck of the balloon there.
Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have done that.
Well, you can, but if you've got jewellery on or if you've got anything sharp, the latex is stretched to its maximum.
Yeah.
So the likelihood of actually damaging the latex at this point is higher than normal because it's already stretched out. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this collar and we're just going to tuck that down, and that's going to protect
Nice.
for whatever we put in.
Okay.
So we need some balloons.
All right, I've got some.
Have you?
Yeah.
Woohoo!
I've got them in my. This is a big bag. Who makes that? Qualatex. Anyway, what do you want?
All the little 5-inch there. We've got some reds.
Oh, look at that little one. Another one.
Whoa.
Oh, how many? Oh no, that's all together.
I think
Not that one.
you're doing all the work here.
There you go. Yeah. I inflated all these. Do you want that one?
Yeah.
That's a pretty one.
So this is one of our festive contemporary prints. That's
Okay.
beautiful. Now, oh,
Oh, might be another one.
did you inflate all of these?
Yeah.
Oh, it's getting a bit tight, that is.
Was it?
Just about to get in.
Is that the biggest balloon you can put in? I'll put these in. Is that the biggest size of balloon you could put in there then? Just something like that?
There is another way, and we've not
I found
shown
another
that.
one, look.
There you go, keep going.
I think that's it. This is a... All right,
Okay.
we're done for now.
So one of the things on the first show that I didn't show, which I think is really important, and it was actually one of the Super Stuffer instructors that contacted me after the show to say thank you, he'd learnt some bits.
All right.
But he actually said you can resolve some of your stability problems by adding a weight. So this is just a water bomb. Adding the weight into the balloon now.
Oh, interesting.
So that then stables things up afterwards. So I think that was really cool.
Does it have to be a water weight or can it just be a sand weight?
It could be a sand weight, a bubble weight, whatever you decide.
Okay.
I quite like the fact that if it's a latex balloon that looks the same as the latex balloons in there, you've still got a coordinated design, you're hiding your mechanics and nobody can see what exactly that you've done.
Perfect.
But you mentioned doing different sizes.
Yeah, is that the biggest one you can put in? You're going to tell me no now, aren't you?
No.
Oh, look at what you're doing.
So literally you've got enough room here to physically, as long as you can tie the balloon, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my clipper so I haven't got the neck on there.
Thank you.
So you can do a few different sizes in here.
Do you want me to keep hold of this for something else?
I do save some elements, but I think that one's safe.
I can
bin.
chuck it. Okay, all right, go on.
I didn't want to just mess up the new studio.
It's all right. Dr. Bob was here yesterday. He messed it up lots. Sorry, Bob. It doesn't say you could do it.
He did.
Oh,
I've got it on camera.
All right, okay.
So you can see.
So this is quite good because you normally just see 5-inch size balloons that people put in there, some, 5-inch or smaller.
Yeah.
So I'd never even have thought of that. So well done. Every day really is a school day.
So again, this makes it really simple for you to
Boom.
change your design.
Yeah.
Okay. There's somebody else in your bag, but
okay.
he comes out this time of year.
Yeah. Mr. Elf in a bag, shall we call him? Can't call him the other thing.
What other thing?
The other thing that we can't mention. These are naughty elves.
Yeah. Naughty elves, and these naughty elves like to come out for the 1st of December. We're going to drop him inside.
I should remind everybody that the elf that you probably refer to a lot that sits somewhere, don't ever use that, because we've had accounts closed down and all sorts of things, haven't we?
Yeah.
Because people use I don't know why I looked at that person over there. What's she doing here?
We won't talk about her just yet.
Yeah, that you can have your accounts closed and stuff if you use that phrase that you're probably thinking about that I'm too frightened to use myself now. So don't ever use it for hashtags, don't use it, don't say it, don't do anything. But unless, of course, you are selling those.
So apparently they do behave themselves quite well prior to the 1st of December.
All right, okay.
So they're absolutely fine to be using your Qualatex balloons.
Okay, right.
Okay, so we're going to drop him inside, and at this point we're ready to knock the balloon off.
What's this one for? Do I not need this one?
That's for something else.
Something else, okay.
Secrets.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so at this point we can remove, you can see that the bead can be removed all the way around here.
Look at that, it's not going down, Mark.
And it won't go down. The actual seal is made on these special shapes here.
Yeah.
It just makes it so much easier. There are other ways of creating a suction that you pull it out, but they don't match the balloon perfectly. You don't get the balloon correctly inflated.
Yeah.
You get misshapen balloons, and they won't hold the balloon in this position for the time you need to do those really, I was talking about those companies that do some really special finishing, personalised elements. That all takes time, and this machine just enables you to do that while protecting the balloon.
Yeah,
Absolutely perfect.
Perfect.
So we need to knock this off. Now you can knock this off from in here. We've shown you how, but actually a small twist of the neck at this point in time, I think that's all you need to do before we release the pressure. By pressing on the top of the balloon at the side.
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, I can hear it.
So you release the pressure until the lid automatically pops open.
Yep.
And what I can do then is I can just reach through and I can grab my design.
That's much easier to handle now.
Really easy to handle. And now I can tie this in a traditional fashion. Okay, so depending on where you want your elf to be, we've got line there, we can move him up and down, or we can just tie him off at the top there.
Yeah.
I like his hand held at the top, but you might have a personal design way that you want him to sit in a different way.
Okay.
And there we go. And you will notice that because the weight's there, he doesn't roll around as he normally would. The weight's actually holding him in position.
Very clever. Very
Okay.
good.
But that's not all we can do with the stuffing machine.
No, there's something else.
Should we finish that one off later?
Let's finish that one off later. I'll put this over here. Please don't burst. Please don't burst.
I told you, behaving perfectly well.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay. So,
That's not an 18-inch balloon.
no, that's a 12-inch Qualatex Diamond Clear Quick Link.
Okay.
Okay. So what we're going to do with this is I'm going to show you an easy way of getting your elf inside.
You put an elf inside that?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So this is based upon a couple of years ago when this was really starting off. Kerry Ferguson from Pioneer actually dropped one inside and then regretted it ever since because she had to do millions and millions and millions of them, demonstrating them all around the country.
All right, okay.
So what we're going to do is just show an easy way, again using our stuffing machine, to do that.
Okay.
But I need the other friend.
Okay. You have got me doing more work than you used to, I have to say.
I can't help it.
There you go.
Okay, so this is now I've put a little bit more line. I've tied a little bit more nylon line on his arm there. All right. And that's on purpose.
Yeah.
And what we're going to do is we're going to sit him in. Do you remember the? Can I hand you that as well?
Okay.
God dear. Do you remember the flowers in the balloon?
I don't know what to do with it. I'm just going to put it down.
No,
I'm
no.
going to put it down. What do you want?
We'll just put it there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So do you remember the flowers in the
I
balloon?
do remember the flowers. That was
Okay.
very clever.
We put the balloon on the end, slid that down.
Yep.
We can use this tube for our little friend.
Oh, yeah. What a good idea.
But to make it work, we need these two 1-inch bubbled balloons tied together.
Okay.
So those sit in there first.
This is intriguing.
Okay. And then what we can do is we're going to put him in upside down. Okay. Because he's going to go, it's just easier for his head to do the last bit. So he's going to fit inside our tube. Sorry. It's a bit of a squeeze
That
for
does
him.
not look comfortable for him.
Okay, but what we need to make sure is we keep the line, the extra line, on the outside.
Okay.
With this so far?
Yeah, but I'm intrigued. What's going to happen?
And then what we're going to do is we're actually over the neck here, we're just going to take the bead of our 12-inch quick link and pass that over there.
Yeah.
Okay, and now we can inflate. To our 12-inch size.
Yeah.
And now when we push this down, the little 5-inch elements.
Oh, Mark, that's so clever.
Yeah. Keep him up, and then he drops inside.
Oh, that is genius, Mark.
And then,
Oh, you've come back with a bang. Hopefully not a bang, but you know what I mean. That's
Yeah.
brilliant. I love it.
and then we can just tie him off.
Yeah.
Really, really simple to do, and you know, my ears are going to be so much less painful because Kerry won't be complaining about her fingers.
She does complain though, doesn't she?
She
does.
doesn't really.
She does.
She really doesn't complain. But how cool is that in the quick link? So now we've got the ability to make good, better, best.
Okay. Well, I think we need, you need a table or something to finish these off. don't you?
Okay.
So I think it's been a while. Do you remember the clicky finger thing?
Okay.
Yeah, get warmed up. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2,
Two,
3. And we are back. I
feels a
know,
bit weird after that.
it's strange. We've not done it for a while. So, well, here we are. We've got, they've grown a little bit, these pieces, haven't they? So which one do you want to talk about first?
Let's talk about the quick link.
Okay, let's bring this little fella in here.
Okay, so again, we were talking about designs having a good design, a better design, and a best design.
Yeah.
So having a design that's a lower price point doesn't necessarily mean you're making less money.
Yeah.
Because obviously you've job costed this using the balloon market and Qualatex job cost forms.
Okay.
So you know that you're making a profit in it, but you're offering a lower price entry option.
Yeah.
So very, very simply, we've used some beautiful Qualatex chrome balloons. We've put our foil on top. These are custom coloured. So
They
these
look double stuffed to me.
double stuff with a silver chrome balloon inside a ruby red.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Very nice.
So a 7-inch, if you're careful, will go inside the 5-inch. And I just recommend not doing them as a duplicate. Do them individually, and they'll go in really easily together. And that pulls these colours all together very, very nicely. Don't forget personalisation. Some of the great people that are out there doing, getting really high value, high money for all this, are actually putting personalised messages on.
Yeah.
And remember, diamond clear.
Yeah,
will
that's looking a little bit
It's going velvety.
velvety. Oh, that's a nice way to describe it. Like it, like it. Velvety.
So what happens, obviously, we've discussed it before, but what happens is you end up having the ultraviolet light starting to biodegrade the balloon, and it oxidizes, and that's what gives you that velvety sheen. But if you use a product like Balloon Shine
Or high shine.
or High Shine, then that's going to protect it. My advice is, if you're going to personalise, and you want your letters,
I know what
your
you're gonna
vinyl
say.
to stick, do this afterwards.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and of course, because it is air-filled, you can personalise it with your silhouette or whatever.
Yes.
And your silhouette is it cameo silhouette? Silhouette cameo? Silhouette
think
cameo. That's
silhouette
it.
cameo, yeah.
Yeah, I always get it mixed
4.
up. Yeah, 4. Then you can just stick that on, and then you high shine it after.
And then
that.
High Shine it or Balloon Shine it
Balloon
after
shine
that.
after
And introduce you to this little fella here.
Yeah, who's he?
Oh, well, he's our
He looks like a gnome. Gnome, yeah.
But we affectionately call him Norm internally with Qualatex.
Norm the gnome.
But he's a gonk, and I think there's a
gonk
is a name as well, and there's a Scandinavian vibe to this. But he's everywhere at the minute. He's absolutely global now.
I like that name, Gonk.
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 Yeah. So yeah, watch out for him. We do him in obviously the 14-inch shape and then the large shape as well. He's going to be really cool and an all year round, not just for Christmas. Your Gonk.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
It looks Christmassy.
He is going to be very Christmassy in this design, but he's not just for Christmas.
Okay. So this is your good, your lower level, your silver, if you like, if you're doing silver, gold, platinum, or something like that.
Yep.
Very nice. I mean, it's all air filled. It's all latex, and you've just put the the elf in there.
And with a bit of personalisation, you've got something there that will deliver easily. It is now relatively easy to do if you've got your super stuffer machine.
Absolutely.
Particularly.
I can't imagine doing that without a super stuffer. That technique you just showed me is fantastic. Yeah. How would you'd just be doing this and trying to stuff it in and everything?
And he doesn't like it, let's face it. He's not going to be comfortable in that.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think he was quite happy being folded over in half, but it survived. Okay, all right, so that's number one.
That's good.
That's good.
Okay.
Good.
So this is a 18-inch super stuffer, and we're just going to put a collar on the top, as we've done many, many times. It just goes on there. And then we have...
Are we going to talk about what all this is?
Well, we've shown this before.
We have.
But
not that bit.
What, this bit?
That bit. Look at that bit. That's really good. I like that bit.
I'm going to have to show you how to do that now.
What have you done?
Okay, so we've made a belt because this design is for the big man himself.
Aha, okay.
So our St. Nicholas. We're going to drop him on here. Okay, and then I think we should give him a few...
I mean, you could do it like that.
You could do it like that, exactly.
Okay.
But we should give... Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
That's the COVID-free handshake. Okay.
I've missed shaking hands. It's nice to shake hands.
Oh, it's even worse. Imagine being a hugger.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a better.
Yes. Yeah, that's very good. I like it. So we have shown the technique of this, what's that, a 350?
That's a 350 cube.
Okay.
I have got some components if you want me to show you.
How quickly can you do it?
Oh, it's not another one of those challenges.
To be honest, Mark, I'm getting a bit bored. Sorry.
I've only been back 10 minutes and I've already been accused of being boring.
I'm sorry.
We're only on better.
Okay.
There's still best to come.
Okay.
So we'll move him out to one side.
I'll move him here as well.
And I'll just show you. Have you noticed we've gone back to me doing all the work?
It's the way it should be, Mark. It's the way it should be.
Okay. So, this is our 350 cube. It's just inflated with a single pinch twist on.
Yep.
And then you've got your 160s attached. I've changed these colours so you can see the green there.
So that's what goes around.
And that's what goes around there and holds it in place. There's lots of different ways of doing bases. But what we're going to do is we're going to create a buckle to go around there. Okay, so that's a simple structure. Try and make it nice and soft and you'll make it easy for yourself. Try and measure.
Have you been taking Dr. Bob's classes or something?
Wow.
It's very good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've had some time off. I've had some time off BMTV.
You're not a time off though, have you? You've had time in your loft.
I haven't had any time off.
Yeah, no. Exactly.
Yeah, it's been quite challenging. Okay, so just by creating a small shape like this, we can make the buckle by adding pinch twists.
Yeah.
So I need one last piece there. And we can tie that in, just with a quick wrap for now. And then make sure you tie this in correctly with a full knot.
Yep.
This studio is going to be the right mess. Okay, and we can tidy that up. Like that. Okay, so now we can start to make the air pinch twists, which make the corners of the buckle. And what I recommend, shapes it down. What I recommend you do is to do a couple of them and then put it into position. For the last couple, to just tighten up around your centre of your buckle. Yep,
I really like
nice
that.
buckle there.
Very good.
Very, very simple. And then, thanks for giving me a hand.
Hey.
And then what we're going to do here.
Your jokes have not improved, have they?
No, they haven't really. It's the stress. Yeah. We've inflated and tied, and I'm just going to put a little bit of air into the end. So this is inflated again on the end, and then we're going to tie this directly to our arm. And then again, another simple pinch twist allows you to make the glove.
Cool.
Last piece. Make sure this is nice and soft because you want quite a small cuff link. And we're giving a golden cuff. By rolling it round, it just gives it the shape. So the chrome has a memory and it will go round to the other side. So wrap in. Tie off. Remove my excess. Try not to cut the knot off. And then you can just pull that down into position, and just to finish, just pull that again into a small pinch twist, and it gives you your cuff link.
Brilliant.
So and he's finished. Armed with a nice little cuff link.
Perfect. I love it. I love it. I mean, we've got two on there already, so we don't need to put
Don't
that
need to
on.
attach that.
So we've done the good.
Good.
We've done the better.
That's better, yeah.
But you're going to do the best now, aren't you?
Well, exactly.
So I think we need more space for the best.
Okay, cool.
So we'll lose the good and the better. I think we've got to do the clicky finger thing again.
Okay.
All right,
Ready?
ready? 1,
2,
2, 3. And we're back, Mark. Well, that's what. Wait a second, you're not Mark. Who are you? What have you done with Mark? Where's Mark?
Well, we left the best till last, so I'm here to show it.
Ah, very nice. Everybody, this is Kerry Ferguson from Qualatex. Kerry, hello.
Hello.
For the first time on BMTV.
Yes, it is.
Well, thank you for doing this. Are you excited?
Yeah, a little bit nervous, but
Okay.
thank you for inviting me.
Oh, you'll be absolutely fine. I mean, you're following Mark. Anyway, yeah, you are going to show us, well, something, the best, if you like. But before we do that, I want you to take 20, 30 seconds to tell everybody out there a little bit about, I'd like to find out a lot more about you, and we can sit down and do that at some point on another show. But in 20 seconds, tell everybody your story. I know it's a bit of
Okay.
pressure.
So I've been in the balloon industry about 15 years now. Started off in a retail shop.
Okay.
And when I first started, I couldn't even blow up a balloon. Mark Drury was actually my rep back then.
Was he? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was. So he actually helped me learn quite a few of the tips and got my passion into balloons and seeing how much money you can make out of them. So did that for about 8 years. Then I joined Qualatex as a trainer, and then after that went into sales. But education has always been my passion, so I've always kind of kept my foot in the door, which is why I come down and I support a lot of the training courses as well.
We love it when you're down here doing the training with Mark. You and Mark have that chemistry that it just all flows. You know exactly what the other one's thinking, and it just really makes for a good training course. So thank you for that as well. All right. Well, thank you for introducing yourself to everybody. That's great. That's Kerry Ferguson, everybody. Yeah, show us the best. What does the best look like?
Wow. So you might have seen there's a massive trend with gnomes, gonks.
The gonk, yeah.
Yeah,
funky.
they are a Scandinavian theme. They've obviously come over here. Very similar to the elf.
Okay.
So it's got that cheeky presence around, we say Christmas, but actually, like Mark mentioned earlier, they are not just for Christmas. You'll see them for Easter, Halloween.
Okay.
Massive presence on Instagram and also in a lot of the shops as well. So with that, I thought we had the fantastic foil come out, and then I was like, stuffing balloons are massive over Christmas. How can I make one? And I remember ringing Mark and I go, we've got to be able to make a gnome.
Yeah.
And
there it is.
here it is.
Yeah. So what do you want to do? Do you want to talk us through what you've done, and then Are you going to finish that one off, or what are we going to do? Sorry,
well, what
I'm getting my worst. I'm all nervous. Got a new guest. I'm all nervous.
I make you nervous. So what I'll do is I'll finish off this design.
Okay.
What I've done, because obviously the hat, I've had to use a heat sealer to get the right shape.
Because that's not a normal standard balloon like that, is it? What's that?
No, that's a 27-inch taper.
Okay.
It does come in a 38-inch as well, but I've used a heat sealer to obviously make it a better shape for a hat.
Yeah.
With this, it also comes in lots of different colours as well, so it's nice then that you can have a range of different things to offer. So I'll finish this one off, and then the other thing I want to go through is different stands, because I've been through your warehouse and I got quite excited.
I know. Kerry's found things in our warehouse I didn't even realise that we sold. So well done for that.
Wow.
We will be checking your bag later.
So what I've done already, I've did this using the balloon stuffer, which Mark demonstrated. So I didn't want to hold everyone up and demonstrate that again.
Okay, that's good.
And then this is a North Star tilde. We have plenty of these in stock. They come in blue, pink, and gold. Yeah. So that one's there. We also need a nose. Sorry.
Oh, it's gone under the table.
Which is here. And then we'll throw it all together. So what I've done already is I've made an attachment point here.
Yep.
With just stretchy tape.
Okay.
And that is going to go directly onto here.
They have shown how to do attachment points before, many times.
Oh, I love stretchy tape. To see you in the reflection of the hat.
It's falling down. Yeah, hello.
Yeah, that's because we haven't put the nose in yet.
All right.
So one of the most important things
So the nose supports it.
The nose. So pop that one in there. Try and do it so you guys can see it as it comes together.
You can't see what you're doing now, though, can you?
There we go, see? So that's sat on there.
Yeah.
So one of the main things is that they're known for is obviously their beard.
Yep.
Back a couple of years ago, I used 2-inch ribbon and came up with a technique to make a tassel for a 3-foot balloon. So what I've done is...
I think I remember seeing that somewhere. Did you do a video on that? Somewhere?
Yeah, I did it at Autumn Fair a few years back.
I saw that video.
When I was a little bit younger. And then I've used the same technique to make the beard.
Yeah.
So what I've done is you've got your nylon line. I've already attached some, but I'll show you the attachment point.
Yeah.
I've used the white and the silver because I like to have like a bit of texture in there. And then I've got one here to show you.
It's a bit like my hair, isn't it? White and silver.
Well, we could name it after you if you like. So now I've got a 2-inch ribbon here, and what I've done is I've cut either side here to make a point. I open that up and I put the nylon line between it there. Mm-hmm. Make a loop. The most important thing is you need to go through here twice. So once and twice.
It was Mark that taught me that.
Was it?
Yeah. I never knew that's how you got it to stop sliding.
Stop sliding. And then pull tight. And as you can see, that brings it to a nice point.
Yep.
And we want it not very far, about 1/2 inch away from the other one.
Okay.
So just going to do that twice just to make sure it stays there. Like so. So then we've got it just like this.
Very good.
Okay. So then what we're going to do is we're going to attach this around the nose. So literally pull it in nice and tight. Wrap that round your nose. I am going to wrap him twice because I want him nice and tight. And it also helps to hide the mechanics as well.
Yeah. It's always hard using fishing line because you can't see it.
I know. Probably should put my glasses on, shouldn't I?
You're doing all right.
Like magic. So I'm just going to cut these bits off because I think it's really important not to show your mechanics to people out there.
Absolutely.
I'm going to do a mark.
Started something now.
I know.
Just so you know, that is not acceptable behaviour.
Sorry. And then all I'm going to do is just spread out the beard. Now, there's two things you can do. You can actually rip these up and make it thinner. I actually quite like it to have a little bit more bushy with that. So you've seen lots of gonks about whilst you're on your travels?
Well, I haven't, but you know what? I probably will now.
Just done that one there. Now what I've also done with this one is I've run the scissors down it just to give it a slight curl and different texture. So you can either keep it flat or not. So I'm just going to...
It's definitely something a bit different, isn't it? It's amazing what you can do with a super stuffer.
Oh, there's so much you can do with balloons that you can just follow any trend and make sure you're setting them and helping people achieve them. So that's that one there. And like I said, you can use scissors and make some curls and stuff in there. I did find this fantastic product in your warehouse earlier.
Okay, yeah, and I've no idea what it's called. Shall I lift this off? It's not stuck on. There you go, look at that.
Which is there, which is perfect to hold any...
I think it's something to do with floristry, and I think you put flowers around it or something like that. The only thing we did notice, that could potentially be a bit rough, but all it needs is a bit of tape, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll wrap a 260 key around it to hide it.
But that's really nice.
As you said, you think it's to do with flowers. I also went around your warehouse and found some flowers.
All right, so we
this
sell
is
those
exactly
too.
the same, yeah. And I've just decorated it with some flowers there.
Oh wow, that's beautiful.
The other thing is we've also got the cardboard boxes where they can actually sit in there as well.
Yeah. We're selling loads of these. These are so popular.
And I think that's really good for personalisation as well.
Yeah.
I mean, any of these you can personalise. You've got personalisation space on the hats or even on the actual stuffing balloon itself.
Yeah.
Or the box. So
yeah, you can definitely do the box and the message on there or ribbons around it or whatever you want.
Yeah,
Can you?
no, definitely. And obviously Mark did the classic 350 base as well. So there's so much you can do to make it your own.
Yeah.
And I've seen so many businesses recently that when I ask them what they do, they sell stuffing balloons. And that is their business.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And they've all got their own little touches. And some of them are, when they say how much they're getting from them, it is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's amazing. So I do think the stuffing balloon is back and it's going to be back for a long time.
Yeah.
And like the options is,
yeah.
well, the sky's your limit.
Exactly.
You can put anything from a bottle of wine to a present, anything that a customer wants. You've seen how easy it is to put it inside a balloon.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Perfect. Well, Kerry, I do want to know about the heat sealing, but I think we should do something completely separate and put a link down below for that. So we'll do that in a second. So as a guest on BMTV, Mark has left you with the hard part.
Oh no.
You've got to come up with a question of the week and ask everybody out there. So have you got a question of the week?
Question of the week. What do you think the question of the week should be? That's my question. I threw it back at you.
I don't know what to do now. I don't know what to do. Okay, where is the most unusual place you've seen a gonk? Leave your answers down below on Facebook and on YouTube. Thank you, Kerry.
Thank you for having me, Greg.
Thank you, Mark, wherever you are. And thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you've not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon. And that way you'll be notified every time we upload a new show. And why not check us out on Instagram as well, balloon_market1. Right, stay safe, stay happy. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.